And we are back. Last time, you uncovered the treachery of Confessor Brunt and his drug ring. He was using the mission work that he did into the lower ports of the Hive in order to sell Obscura. You have busted his monastery, discovered his drug lab, and accidentally brought the Confessor to his perhaps untimely, perhaps timely end.
That was I'm gonna blame that one on his own chainsaw. That wasn't mine.
Yeah,
Now,
sir, Mr. Let me do a bunch of. Never mind.
now you find yourselves with the question: what to do with the priests who were involved in his treachery?
Well,
Probably should turn him over to the local enforcers after we do a little bit of interrogation. Did some light interrogation.
yeah, I suppose.
Just to get more like plans on why they were killed. Sorry, why
priests are left? Is it 4?
I believe it is. I believe there are 4 left. Yeah, there are 4 left.
Cool. Well, you know what plan I stick with? I'm firmly in the Concrete Kingdom kind of plan mode. That'll be great. We could do that easy. Taken care of. Job done. All them in. Don't think about it. Seal the drug lab while they're down there as well. Not a problem. I'm also feeling rather lightheaded. I've lost a lot of blood.
Oh yeah. Also, I think I'm kind of hurt as well. Yeah, I'm kind of hurt. Oh no, I got fixed up. I think.
By who?
By who?
Oh, I didn't.
What did you get hurt by anyway?
I can't remember what I got hit, but I got hurt in.
Oh, right. You went down into like the cave with everyone else, and you got that fight.
Yeah.
If I can make my way down to the paper room, then request Kleber's help with stitching up some of these wounds, which are still open. They've been open for hours now.
Didn't you guys go back to the bar?
Yeah,
Yes.
you 2 left.
Yeah.
You 2 left.
And then I think Kleber went back, and then I followed after.
No, you left and I followed.
I know.
Because someone has
after we
to
got
mind
to the
you.
bar. Oh, okay. I've made my way back up, trying to acquire as much OSHA regulation equipment as possible. So.
I thought you went back to the bar.
I did, and then I made my way back up here.
I mean, honestly, I think we should just interrogate them, take their statements, and shoot them.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Just,
I'm not
there is a
saying
bullet
that.
shortage going on, so.
I mean, the main issue I see with this is that I don't know if we want to necessarily be seen by a bunch of people shooting a whole bunch of priests. That seems like kind of a bad image.
We have a secret basement.
Yeah, so we're just going to take them all down to a basement, and then we're going to come out, and they're not going to.
Yes.
Or we take it back to the enforcers.
No.
Yeah.
We want to involve the forces as minimum as possible, remember?
Oh right. Okay. So all right, let's just take them down to the basement. Have them line up in a row. one bullet, all through the three of them. Ram blam, thank you, ma'am.
Firstly, there's
Well, we may
four
not
of
need to
them.
interrogate them. We could just bring them into the room with all the paperwork and ask them some pointed questions. They
Yeah.
might just tell us at this point.
Yeah, so I think okay, so yeah, let's establish this. So I'm gonna go to the confessor and like James is Bagman sitting in his chair or is he just behind the desk?
You know what he's doing. He's going through. He's in the chair, going through the drawers. Joren. Didn't see you walk in. How you doing, matey? This is some mighty fine paperwork you got laid out here. Not in a mess at all. This one's even got some fresh blood on it. I love it. Seal of approval.
He's just holding his head,
You alright?
shaking his head, and he's like, Did you like disturb the paperwork and like spread it all around?
No, not particularly.
He's assuming you did. He's going through it and just like double checking it's all there.
Make sure no one touches this. Looking at the guard.
Yeah. Just can I just shoo the enforcer out of the room now?
Yeah, he's listening to what you ordered him to do, and he'll quite happily leave.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna like just working around Bagman, just like clear out, like stack all the paperwork to the sides of the desk, and try and find some blank paper and like set it up. And like basically, at some point, I'm gonna try and shoo him out of the chair and sit down instead of him.
Whatever. I gotta go move some bodies.
Okay. Basically, I want to set out like papers and writing utensils, and then I'm going to ask Russell to bring in the priests one at a time.
Okay. All right, I'll bring. Do you want me to bring the first one in now?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go get the first one. I go out to the hallway where I guess we're keeping them, and I point to the first one. I'm like, "You here now?" And I bring him in.
Okay, so you bring in. I assume this is the priest that you had already
Sure, we'll start with him.
spoken with.
Yep. And I'll just stand, here by the door, so like there.
I'm going to take out his copy of the book that I think is to have with him, with me, his copy of the Lex Imperialis. Open it to this like smuggling compartment and just set it on the table. Say, explain.
He sort of just looks at it, looks at you, and just doesn't say anything. Just sort of blank face, just staring at you.
Notes are being made. This is your chance.
As a member of the clergy, I don't believe that you enforcers, especially not you undercover shitheads, have any right to interrogate me.
No, that's where you're wrong. How, like, okay. The organization that I represent is, well, actually, Russell, make sure they're not listening.
I poke my head out, make sure no one's by the door.
There's their enforcers standing a polite distance away.
Will they be able to hear the conversations happening inside the door? Inside their office?
The door seems to be made of pretty heavy set wood, and the walls are heavy stone blocks. You don't think so?
This is a confessor's office.
So okay,
yeah,
all
but
right.
it's not a confessing.
All right, I close the door.
It's not confessional.
Yeah.
I close the door. Just latch it. Just do a basic latch, and I just turn my eye, and I just give the. I look at Joren, and I just give a nod.
Okay. Look at him, not back. take off my gloves, set my hand on the desk. The people I work for, you do have to answer to. Remembering that the
Yeah.
signet ring is like on one of my fingers. The signet finger, the ring finger.
As he sees that, his eyes widen slightly, and there's an audible gulp.
So, now that our jurisdiction discussion is over, start talking.
Could you roll me a D100, please?
Yeah. Damn it. Oh, wait, no, it did work. I just didn't go scroll far.
I guess in the
and
meantime,
now-
where are Bagman and Kleber?
I'm asking Kleber for a hand with the bodies as I begin to throw them down the vent shaft. You know, the ones in the basement.
As
There
I
you go.
say no and start stanching your bleeding that you have refused to deal with.
Also, by the way, when if it makes any help for like intimidation purposes or whatever, I had very clearly like loudly latched. Well, not loudly. I know that we would. I made a point of latching the door.
Yeah. Go ahead and... Joren, roll me a willpower intimidation flat.
Ooh,
Intimidation.
bizarre, mean man.
Would you get any bonus? Would you get any bonus? Okay,
That
never
was
mind.
after modifiers. You seem to have, in fact, just what has gone from sort of a stoic disregard for your investigation has turned into genuine fear in his eyes, and he is completely clammed up. You don't think he's going to talk.
Drug.
All
Alright.
right.
Take him to the back exit.
I give him the nod, and I drag. I carry the I get the priest, and I kind of pass him off to
You should probably go with him.
Yeah. Okay.
To be clear to everyone, we're taking them down to the back exit, and then we are shooting with them down.
Okay.
We're just gonna kill them all.
All right. I take him to the back. I take him to the back exit. Take him down to the drug lab, or take him to the top of the stairs, and I push him to the.
So
I push him down the stairs.
Shoot him first.
Oh, I was gonna. Okay. And I shoot. Well, I make him go down first, and as I'm standing above him, I take out my auto pistol and point blank shoot him in the head.
I won't make you roll for that.
I'm
As
literally
enjoyable as it would be to have you... Well, still technically you need to roll damage. As enjoyable as it would be for you to have to, like, shoot this priest multiple times to put him down.
Okay.
Russell, do you have jaded?
No.
Make me a willpower check to be able to shoot this unarmed man in the back of the head.
Flat. I mean, I
And
am betting
after all the modifiers, it would be flat. Because
yeah.
there's some bonuses since you're a bounty hunter, but there's some negatives since he is a member of the clergy. You pull out your gun and put it just an inch away from the back of his head as he begins walking down the stairs, and your hand starts shaking so much that you can't even tense your trigger finger. You sort of have to grab it with your other hand. You can force yourself to shoot him, but there will be penalties to your mental well-being.
Can I kick him down the stairs and leave it to Bagman?
Yeah, you can. Kicking a member of the clergy down the stairs, it would be completely fine.
All right, I kick him down the. I kick him down the stairs, and I kick this specific member.
You're literally just kicking the problem down the road, aren't you?
No. No, my idea is I kicked him down the stairs enough that the fall kills him, and or at
No,
least
the
injures
fall does not kill him. This
How
is
tall are the
not
stairs?
that. They're maybe like 6 feet tall. Like it's just enough that it's enough of a jaunt that you can't see from one end to the other. But
Oh,
it's
it's
not like this is not like a 40K massive staircase. This is just getting down
Oh.
into like the engineering spaces, like a deck lower, basically.
Oh, okay. I forced myself to shoot this one with gun.
Okay. That's going to have consequences.
Yeah, corruption, right?
No, not corruption.
Sanity, right?
Sanity.
So how many points of insanity do I get?
I
Ruffle.
need to check.
Yeah,
Is there really
might be
rules
some,
for-
It might be less.
Yeah. Okay. I need to.
Yeah, really insanity.
Killing people in a fight is traumatizing. Executing someone is traumatizing, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Weaklings. Get some real paperwork under your belt, and you too can become jaded.
You are a number.
Trust me, I'm working on that. I need to actually. What is the cost to increase? Yeah, characteristics. No, not
It
characteristics.
depends. Something that I shared.
Yeah, it's good.
Um.
I found it on the page. I just had to find it. Oh, it's a plus.
Can't
Is
be
it is each
jaded,
level
he's
plus
got too
5?
much-
Yeah, it is.
too much
Yeah.
passion behind his eyes.
Because jaded is tied to willpower, right?
Yes.
I believe that's a requirement of 40. Yeah.
Jesus, I'm at 25. I need to. Oh, I can do it 3
Ooh.
times.
Pump, pump, pump it up.
Yeah, jaded is one of those things that's actually really good to get in character creation because it's hard to get later. Unless you
Okay.
have to-
Go ahead and roll me a 1d5. Dolan. Okay, you gain 3 insanity points.
All right.
As
let
you
me see-
at the
It doesn't
top
do
of the
anything yet.
stairs, you shaking hands. You're able to grab your wrist
actually,
with your other hand, pull the trigger finger.
Chris. Actually, I only gained 2 because I have ignorance is a wisdom of its own.
Okay. Well, you gain 3, but it's reduced to 2.
Yeah.
You can buy them off with XP points if you want.
Yes, you can. The blood sort of splatters across the top of the stairwell as the body, not even given time to realize the situation, falls forward down the stairs. The thump.
All right. I just go, Bagman, it's all yours, and I just continue, and I go back up to the.
I just cleaned the place up.
Yeah, Bagman, Kleber, and Joren, you hear the sound of a gunshot. As does probably everyone in the,
There's a reason we did this in the back.
Joren just like puts his hand in his. Oh, for the love of.
Basement's a full sound.
Yes, he did not do it in the basement.
Oh, I misunderstood what you. Okay. I totally misunderstood that. As a Dolan,
Alright,
not
just
as.
give me a hand with the body and get
All
ready
right.
for the
I go
next
back
guy.
up, and I go back up, and I
assume
Well,
you get a
I-
new priest.
I get a new priest, and we repeat the same.
As you go past, just do the next one quieter.
I just look at him. I just nod, and like because my ears are probably still ringing a little bit.
Yeah. Probably.
I talk to. Alright, I go get the next priest, and let's repeat the same mumbo jumbo. I let him in. I latch the door. And I am doing the door latching, like the stereotypical like you see in stuff. Like it's loud.
Yes, the door is quite obviously latched.
Yes, it's loud, and I just stand there, with my arms crossed, and I just actually I need to take an ammo off, don't I?
Yes,
for shooting.
it costs ammo to shoot unarmed priests in the back of the head.
All right. Anyway, so I in game. Anyway, I take him to the I take him. Excuse me. I just can't stop burping. I take him. I do the next priest, and I give him. I just nod at damn it. I just nod at Joren.
Alright, basically the scenario. Settle down, you have a paperwork. Actually, this one, as soon as it's like for me, I'm going to put out my hand out. Your Lux Imperialis, please.
And
What was that, Dolan?
I was gonna say. As I shut and lock the door, I say. Actually, no, I don't say anything. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. He hesitantly hands it over.
Open it.
It has the same modification as the other.
I'm just going to set on the table. Would you like to explain yourself? This is your chance.
Just doing the work set out to me.
And you never once questioned that this would be appropriate work for one such of your vocation?
An open mind is a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Do not question your superiors.
True. However, always be suspicious of those around you, for the taint of the unclean is nearer than you may think.
A suspicious mind is one that leads to dark places.
A suspicious mind is also a cautious one. And caution leads to safety.
Suspicion also leads to questioning. Questioning leads to danger.
Can feel the air just tense around these people.
Let's see.
Oh, it's thick.
I-
Thick with Dawn of War references.
It is
I look
everyone's
over-
duty. Sorry, it is everyone's duty to watch for the traitor in the midst.
Perhaps. But what is more treacherous than killing members of the clergy?
Betrayal of one's sacred duty.
It is not mine to question what the sacred duty given to us by the Emperor is.
Nor is it mine.
Ooh. What perchance is that duty?
Now is your time to speak wholly and without restraint as to the activities perpetrated by those within these walls.
we have raised funds for the glory of the God Emperor. We have taken from the wretched scum beneath and given it towards the perseverance of this glorious hive. Is that not the God Emperor's duty? Is that not the duty of his followers?
Is it also the duty of your followers, of his followers, to kill all those who do not obey? All those who, as you say, have doubts about the loyalty of those who they follow, have doubts about purity and the sanctity of the mission in which they have been entrusted in that of the God Emperor? Is it the duty of all those who follow to blindly follow those who act merely out of the desire for personal gain, to succumb to a personality cult around a single one as opposed to for the greater good of us all? Was it in the Emperor's name that it demanded the death of Brother Biaka at the hands of his fellows?
Could you make could you make a scrutiny fellowship, please?
Yep. Not a crit fail.
Not a crit fail.
Remember,
That's about all it is, though.
remember, fate points. Fate points refresh every session.
That is
yeah.
true. We have fate points. I should have spent more.
I'm used to edge.
Nope. This is better and worse.
Yep. Let me look at what all fate can do again.
Or do you think you're going to be using the fate on that rule?
I doubt it.
Okay. With your last question, he just falls silent.
As suspect.
I look at
Very well.
Joren, and I give him like the eyebrow of next one.
Yeah.
All right.
It's roughly at this point that Bagman busts back through the door. Alright, I'm back. Oh god, there's so many
I
bodies
go,
down there. It's hard to throw them all down the pit.
Hi.
Dragging them back
Hi,
out there, back muscles seriously straining
I'm
me.
like, all right. I like, hello. Would you please take this gentleman? Take care. Would you mind taking care of this priest? And I give the
We
I do the
need
little,
them left via the back exit to avoid the attentions of the enforcers.
Okay. So,
Just to be clear, this is the back entrance, not the back entrance, right? Because I do have the key still.
cool.
Yes.
I'm on it. With me,
Russell,
fella.
go with to make sure that they make it to the right transport.
I agreed. And I go to make sure that we take Russell down. We take this priest down to the basement.
So, the access hatch ventilation system.
Mhm.
That's about 40 meters deep, or was it more than that, right?
I believe it's about 40 meters deep. Double check.
That's lethal.
I mean, I do have a knife. I can slit his throat as we throw him down.
Oh yeah, no, because look, I've thrown like 60 or not 60.
Sorry,
like,
no. It's about 120 meters deep.
Oh, cool. Hey Russell, want to hear what it sounds like when a guy falls to his death?
I just give the look of
Oh, well, I'd like to push him.
You can just get 1d5 damage removed from your character for a fate point.
Yes. Which means it could
Anyway,
be a
so
1.
anyway, so we throw the pre. I
The
watch as Bagman.
the priest sort of makes the sign of the Aquila and closes his eyes as Bagman just gives a solid punt in the center of his back. And the guy, tum, 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 tum.
Does he not scream?
He doesn't have that much time to. It's probably about 20 meters when he hits the first wall.
Not even a gasp, anything? Was he just like completely stoic? That's I'm trying to gauge how hard they are to crack here.
He seemed to have come to terms with what was happening to him.
Alright.
All right,
I'm gonna help you with the next one.
I go get the next priest. So I go back upstairs, and then I go get the next priest and bring him into the interrogation room. Lock the door.
Wait, hold on a second. Do you want to bring
And,
two in?
No.
What?
It'd be
Well,
more likely to
specific-
talk alone.
Yes, maybe. However, I'm not saying we put them together and have them talk. I'm saying we brutally murder one and then get the other to talk as well. How many
Let's
more do we have to work with?
follow the
We've got
procedure.
time, right?
You have
Two.
two left.
Oh, never.
Let's just do them one at a time.
If one doesn't work, we can always keep them around.
Yeah, let's just do one at a time. And I go get the next priest. I bring him to the room, and I go. Hopefully, you're a bit more talkative.
Could you roll me a 1d5, please, Joren?
Yep.
This priest he almost has a swagger to him as he comes in and he sits down. Sort of crosses
Relax.
his arms and just stares daggers at you from across the table.
As soon as the door is locked and like Russell's returned, like I'm assuming like at least Russell's kind of standing behind the priest.
Yeah, as if you go back to the picture, like I'm behind the priest. Within if I need to, I can, hit him with either the chainsword or the butt of my gun, just within arm's reach.
And Bagman will also be there. Present.
Fresh piece of paper, reach across this. Your Lex Imperialis.
He dumps it open and bottles of obscure fall down. One of them falls on the floor and cracks open. And he after it's empty, he sort of tosses the book at Russell behind him.
Would you like to explain?
I pick up the book and I set it back on the.
Drugs in it.
Sorry.
This is not within the remit of your organization. Would you like to explain?
You get told to sell drugs, you sell drugs. Get told not to, you don't. Get told to burn someone to death one day, you get told to save their souls another day.
Understand, this is your last chance to explain. This is not within the remit of your organization.
They've been doing it since I got here. The only person who would know why they started would be Confessor Brunt or Brother Tybalt. But I suspect those two are dead by now.
No.
I don't think Tybalt's dead.
Tybalt was killed in the arrest period. I mean,
Tybalt was the first one to die, I believe.
Okay.
I think yes.
Yeah.
Well, did he? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he died in the room, didn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
Complicity is guilt. Next.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. So I have an idea. All right, let's
Oh,
I
no,
go,
what
all
are you
right.
doing
I pick up a couple bottles of the Obscura, and as we take this priest to the back room, I say, Bagman, can I please borrow your injector?
You have your own, you know. I saw it. Don't try and like pin this on me. I know I've got my table of Obscuros ready, but I'm not getting traced back that way.
No,
What?
no. I was picking up the bottles from the table. Or no, get this man an OD, but never mind. All right.
Look, I was thinking something along the same lines, but that's a look of Obscura, and I'd rather not waste it.
All right. Let's push him down the shaft too, I guess.
Don't worry. You get the next one, and I'll take this guy.
I'm gonna follow just to make sure that he gets pushed down the.
Why are you so suspicious, huh? Why are you looking at me like that, huh? Is it because I'm a criminal? Just because I got a record? Hmm?
Yes, exactly that.
I look at Bagman straight in the mask and I say, I watched you inject yourself right in front of me. We're pushing this man down the. Either we're pushing this man down the thing,
Or
there is no
Okay.
or.
there is no or. There's not much of an ultimatum then.
Yes.
It's not an ultimatum.
Imagine you guys are having this argument in front, like as you're pushing the priest down the stairs.
And we're not there yet for a very specific reason.
Mind you, I still have yeah.
Look, I was planning on doing this in secret, but if you want to join me for it, you're welcome to. I can cut you in. 20%.
In what?
Hmm?
I make note of what he said and what Bagman said, and
No
I just
idea what you're suggesting. I am.
I
of
pushed
the
the-
utmost caliber of moral fiber.
Being down in the back room, do I start hearing this conversation?
Yeah, you start hearing a very incoherent argument? Question mark? And eventually the priest is just like, "Would you please just kill me and get it over with? I can't stand
Hold on,
you."
you're my potential
Good.
business partner. Don't die yet.
Oh my
You're the
god.
only one in there who managed to actually make me laugh. You're
I
the
take
only
out
one
my
who I've
I
talked
take
to in
out
the
my
last
injector
10
and
days.
I take out my injector and I stab Bagman with it. To get
Stabbing
him
Bagman with it? Oh my god.
No.
Oh, I would love to see him try.
I inject Bagman with it.
Is he gonna go through this? All right, let's go through with this.
I drug him
Let's
back
do
in.
this.
Okay,
Drink,
unarmed
player,
combat.
player.
This is an
we
improvised
may
weapon,
go
so
for
it's
that.
just weapon skill.
I'm not.
challenge.
I'm not. I'm trying to drug Bagman so he just shuts the fuck up.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Unarmed combat. You have to get an injector onto him. Specifically, actually, it's probably going to be at like -20 because it's actually a cold shot because you have to get it someplace between his armor.
I am
Oh, he has
wearing my
armor on?
helmet.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
He was just in a fight.
Okay.
Now there is
For
quite a
you,
lot
I
of
am
blood
critically
leaking out of
wounded.
him. Do you think that's going to make
Yes.
Obscura more or less effective?
Depends on where you inject him. But yeah, unarmed combat at -20. Or
What-
weapon skill at -20.
A weapon skill at -20.
Mhm.
Ah, I'm yelling at my. Ah, screw you.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna try and parry that.
Yeah, no. Bagman, Russell takes out an obscure injector, looks at it, looks at you, looks at it, looks at you, goes straight for your neck, and just completely misses. Like, his
I was
arm
aiming more
isn't
for-
long enough to reach your neck.
I was aiming for my abdomen, but that works too.
You won't be able to get into the
Russell.
abdomen. He's wearing flak armor.
Oh right, it doesn't go.
It
It's not.
bounces off the armor is what happens.
No, it doesn't even hit the armor.
Fine. I
Like, maybe
Alright.
you brush against a set of flak armor, but you just...
I try to play it off as a here, do this and shut the fuck up.
Make a deceive check at -20. Deceive fellowship.
Oh, deceive fellowship. Yep. -20.
I'm gonna start the chainsword. Russell, lad. You don't want to be doing this. Very dumb, and I do know where you live.
How much of this can I hear, like, happening?
You can hear a chainsword start up. Kleber, you can quite clearly hear what's going on.
I'm gonna get up and start walking towards the back.
Now, I'm not saying anything should or shouldn't be done. Just that we're presented with an interesting opportunity. Don't have to be enemies here.
I'm like, all right. I put the injector away. and I
Russell,
just,
Beth off.
yeah. All right. I put the injector away. I calmly, I walk
and
away.
Bagman, shut up.
Yeah.
And I
I
grab
walk-
Key Priest by the shoulder.
No,
Yeah,
don't worry. The fucking opportunity's passed. I'll put him down myself.
All right. I'll go get the next. I start walking back up as I make. I just
Yeah,
actually
you run
don't.
in at the top of the stairs. You run into Joren.
What part of make it quiet did you fail to understand?
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but Bagman was. I could clearly tell Bagman was trying to potentially get a new deal, was trying to maybe let this guy go. So I had suspicions.
Snitch.
I had suspicion. You can't hear this. I had suspicions for I had suspicions that that there would be a potential leak, and I was trying to plug it.
Why?
Hey,
Well, okay. I'm just
well,
just go get the next one. Bring him to the office.
and I'm saying this while I'm quite clearly holding my injector that I have for some reason, even
The
though
needles hit Ben?
We started with it.
I started with it. All right. I don't have a narrative reason why I have it. Plus, also, I thought Obscura was something else.
Maybe you
but,
confiscated it off someone or something.
Yeah, I thought Obscura was something else. So
What did
It's
you think it
Um,
was? Just out of curiosity.
I thought it was like like I could take it and it did add some bonuses to like it either slow things
think it
down
just-
or
I think that's just slot is the only.
Yeah,
combat
slot
drug.
is the only combat drug. Well, it depends on your definition of combat, doesn't it?
Well,
yeah. I thought it was slot then. Anyway, I'll
suppose-
go get the next
yeah.
priest.
Stim and what's the other one? Also technically like guard issue, but that's more like
Stims,
medicine.
Slot, and
Oh, friends on is the other.
Friends
combat
on
drug.
are the combats, yeah.
Yeah, but stim is the like. They just have it in med. Stim and trank are the two medic drugs. Like medic. would
Yeah.
have.
Then I might try to get some of the the one not stim but the other one you said trank. If that does what I think it does, I might get it to like knock people out.
Kind of. It's not quite just a knockout drug. It's more like I don't know. Anyway.
Anyway, so
Joren's
I can-
going down to the basement to make sure that the priest is actually killed.
He's dead.
Yeah, as you make your way to the basement, you hear thump. Not even a low.
Oh, shit! I didn't have one. Oh well.
All right, I go get the last priest and I bring him into the room, and I just go.
Russell, could
And
you
I
roll
d-
me a D5, please? Good job.
Fuck.
Oh,
You're
slash.
almost there. There we go.
25. Fire!
Okay.
And mind you, I am Yeah, I'm guessing when I bring him in, Joren's not back quite yet.
Not yet, no. So I'll just make sure he's dead, and then I'm gonna give a look at Bagman, and then head back up to the office.
I will give the snarkiest fucking look I can.
Anyway, yeah. Mind you, I just still have those Bios Obscura that no, I don't. I put the Bios Obscura back, but I still have my Obscura that I started with.
All right.
So you enter
Last
back into
priest.
the room and see this final priest who has sort of long, crazy white hair and a big, bushy beard.
Sigh. Sits down at the desk. Your Lex Imperialis.
No!
I smack him over the back of the head.
This is not a request. Your Lex Imperialis.
Do I have to roll anything for smacking him in the back of the head?
You can just smack him in the back of the head. After you do, however, Russel, he grabs at your arm.
Oh, we got a fighter.
Joren starts standing up.
Oh, did he grab?
He does
Stands
not
up.
successfully grab your arm now.
Okay.
Your Lex Imperialis. Hand it over.
The God Emperor's word. And he sort of just throws the book on the desk and sort of... His eyes are very wide.
Open it up.
It doesn't have drugs in it.
It does not?
No.
Look confused. Russell, search him.
Good lad.
All right.
Does it have a gas, or is it just empty?
I give him a extensive, like pat down, searching for drugs, searching for anything that could have.
He tolerates it.
And I also give him make sure that's his Lex Imperialis. Look for a nameplate.
Joren, you determined there's no nameplate. I believe that this would be... which
Hello.
skill would this be to pat someone down?
Scrutiny, sleight of hand.
I
Probably
think it's
sleight of hand.
scrutiny perception. Be scrutiny perception.
Or sleight of hand. Cause I'm
It would not be sleight of hand.
Okay.
Could be a logic check. I don't know.
Any bonuses? Because I'm giving him like an extensive. Like I'm literally like not.
You're taking 20
Take
on
your
it?
time. Taking your time, yeah.
Yeah, taking my time.
That would be a... how long are you willing to take on this?
As long as it takes to find something, or literally. Like,
As
I'm
long as
spending,
it takes to find... Okay, so...
Or not necessarily that much, but like think like a TSA, but like if there's no line and
They're angry at you?
yeah,
They're no line, they're angry at you, and no, wait,
Like-
no, on stream, never mind.
yeah, like
Okay,
all but I am literally all but strip searching him. All but strip searching him.
Why stop there? You won't be alone.
It may come to it,
Silent
but let's just see how this goes first. What are the bonuses?
Plus 30, because that's the highest bonus that you can actually give in this game.
Yeah, it's just 30, right? I forgot. Isn't it? It's
Yeah,
not
if you
plus
do
30.
plus 30, it'll glitch.
All right.
Yeah, you're patting him down. He is quite clearly irritated at this, and sort of spits on you at one point.
The longer they're taking, the more irritated Joren's getting as well.
You can't find anything on him.
We'll start tapping.
I stand up after finding anything, and I kind of roughly sit him back down in his chair.
How'd you roughly sit him back down on his chair? Like grab his shoulder?
Like, yeah, just like at his shoulder. and I
Okay,
just-
go ahead and make me an awareness perception.
Ooh.
Any bonuses?
Nope. He bites your hand as you do so.
Ooh.
Oh, all right.
That does
Which
5
one? Wait,
damage,
wait.
ignoring armor onto your right hand.
Guess what?
It's going to be limited since that would be critical damage.
Well, guess what? Guess what? My right arm's my metal one.
Funny.
Okay, so he breaks all his teeth while attempting to bite your hand.
Oh no!
And I just, yeah, I just, and I
There's a solid crunch crack. Ah! So blood starts pouring out of his mouth.
I do
Now
not
why'd you go and do that?
I do not appreciate. I do not appreciate that.
Well,
And I just,
Unhand me, metal man!
I just kind of like, I didn't like, yeah. All I did was kind of, like the. All right. Anyway, I'm completely unhanded him, and I'm like, I just give him a look of, I can't. I look at Joren, and I just shake my head like I didn't find anything.
Tell me about the Confessor.
Who?
The Confessor.
He just has a very confused look on his face.
What was the Confessor's actual name? I forgot.
Confessor Brunt.
Tell me
Actually-
about Confessor Brunt.
He just has a very...
What's your name?
You don't know your own name.
Okay, I'm going to level with you. I just stole some priest robes and have been living here and no one's noticed.
Interesting. Can I go through my paperwork? How many priests are supposed to be in this building?
Yep, go ahead and make a logic check at plus 20.
Yeah. Also, wait, does that? I didn't actually take any damage because he bit my metal arm, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I can imagine just oh man, like Joren is just like, I'm not supposed to begin shuffling through paperwork. Like, what is this supposed to how it's supposed to be? No,
It's not. What do you?
There's supposed to be 6 priests in this building, including Brother Bayaka.
Wait, I think we've killed more than that.
You have killed 5 priests.
Well, let's see. No, we killed 2
Two
in
in the
this
base as
fight,
well.
and then we've executed 3. Yeah, so 5. Okay.
that's good.
Wait, do we only
So
kill
that
3 in
would
the fight?
be all of
I feel like-
them because
You killed 3 in the fight.
We killed 3 in the fight, and we've executed 3. That's 6.
3 in the fight. No.
What's your intention with this, Chris? Is it
Because we killed 2 in the back room, and then didn't.
There should be
I
7.
sawed off a guy's
should-
hand. Yeah.
Yeah,
be
so that's
7.
3 in the fight. Okay.
There should be 7
Yeah.
priests here, including Brother Bayaka.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track when the tokens.
so? Are we short one or are we plus one? Is what the
We-
intention is.
We've got an extra one.
Okay. Oh.
She's like,
Failure. Impersonation of the priesthood is a heresy.
recite for me a prayer. I don't care if Chris can. I just want to know if the priest can.
The pseudo priest.
Oh, there's the, what is it called? Emperor, bestow on me your good fury and your angry strength. Let me become the thunder that destroys the enemy. I think that was one of them.
I'm gonna look at where did you find him? Looking at Russell. Where was he?
He was in line with the others.
Like more specifically, I don't know if Dolan
He
knows the
was,
answer, but
he
Dolan knows.
was, with the crowd of people the enforcers brought in from the soup kitchen.
Interesting.
I think he'll do.
Tell
Was
me,
what?
how did you ever interact with the man whose office this was?
Avoided him mostly. Probably would notice.
Does he have like a scabbard for like a chainsaw or like a flamer?
No.
And you never went out to give prayers around, or you never around the hive?
Well, you see, if you wear a priest robe and you go to some of the bars and hush, they'll give you alcohol for free.
Did you ever give sermon by the statues in the hive?
Well, what did I tell them that they already haven't heard? I mean...
Who do you think I am? Or we are?
He sort of squints at you. You're Mechanicus, aren't you? With the red robe and the metal arm and the weird hand? You're the tech cult. Yeah. Cogheads.
Just send him back. Just get him out of here, Russell.
Promote him. Promote him now.
To the back room or just out of this room?
Just go send him back with the other priests. I don't. We're done here.
You mean okay? I take it into the back.
If you start going to the back room, not that, not those priests, the other ones.
Okay.
I'm basically telling you to put him back where you found him.
Put that back where you came from, or so help me. Okay. I shove him out the.
Before he leaves, congrats. Try to keep your head low. There'll be new, actually, yeah. I don't know.
I don't think I can change my height. I'm not like... Unless you gave me those metal legs.
I've stopped paying attention to him. He doesn't.
I can
matter
reduce
anymore.
his height very rapidly, but I won't.
Yeah, I just take him out. And I just kind of shove him at the front door to the office, and I close the door behind him.
Yeah, with blood still dribbling down his chin.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's soup kitchen he's running. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
You don't need the soup.
Yeah, and I just find a rag and I kind of wipe off the blood from my hand.
Okay.
While saying like whatever, like the rate of maintenance to a prosthetic to the
litany of cleaning for civilian prosthetics of grade A or grade C. Grade C civilian prosthetics.
Yeah.
Which, let me see if I can find a litany of cleaning. 1 second.
Yeah, I just do the litany of cleaning, and the litany of cleaning.
Adam, did you just grab your Imperial Infantryman's Handbook?
Quite possibly, yes.
Alright, so while they're looking that up, I'm actually going to go down the ventilation shaft and see where all these bodies have ended up, if there's a ladder.
There is sort of a side ladder with like a ring around it.
Okay. Yeah, because this is an effective method of disposal, but I just want to keep an eye on what's going on.
Okay. So you make your way down the ladder, passing another couple of access ports. It's a long way down. It probably takes you like 30 minutes to get down there, assuming you're not pushing yourself or anything.
No.
Yeah,
Well, getting down, I'm sliding. If I can.
You can slide part of the way, but there's the occasional stop where you have to change ladders.
Okay.
Once you get down to the bottom, you realize this is one of the main horizontal like ventilation shafts in this section of the hive. And there's sort of a pile of dead priests at the bottom. intermixed with the other refuse that people have a tendency to throw down shafts.
Yeah. Oh well, what's a few more carbon emissions? I'll take out the hand flamer.
Okay.
And I'll spray down the bodies twice if necessary. Just enough promethium to make sure that these things are thoroughly burnt.
Yeah, you begin lighting this fire. As you do so, a couple of alarms begin sounding.
Oh. Okay. Alarms. My best friend. Chainsword out. Let's try and cut those in half.
Okay, you
Who needs
are
fire
going to
safety?
attempt to cut the flaming bodies in half.
No, the alarms. Sorry.
Oh, cut the alarms in half. Yeah, they're like halfway up a half-round wall. That's about
Looking at them,
22
this
meters in
the kind of-
diameter.
is this the kind of thing that I can easily silence, or is this going to be the kind of thing that's going to be like, yeah, there's going to be a serious issue here?
Do you have any like hive knowledge, underhive knowledge, that sort of
Let's
thing?
see. I have knowledge of the underworld, and that's about it, I'm afraid. Otherwise, it's going to be like flat, whatever.
Okay, this would be a logic. Logic. Why is logic and agility a thing? Never mind.
I don't know.
It's going to be logic intelligence.
Something. Flat.
You gotta do that mental gymnastics sometimes, you know.
Hey. Oh shit. Alrighty.
And dealing with
well,
Bagman, yes. Seeing as I just heard the drug Bagman again, to shut up.
alright.
Yes. You're not sure. It's just it's like
You
basically a klaxon going off, and sort of a spinning red light on top.
I'm not going to mess with that because I'm going to assume that there's something else that goes on somewhere at some point. Anyhow, I got to put this fire out, and I'm going to do it in a way that is totally sanctioned. And yeah, everyone turn your eyes away. There's nothing going wrong here.
Roll for Pete.
Yeah, I just
Ah,
I'm pretty sure that just puts it out.
I believe that would. Yes.
And with a fire.
Wait a
out, I'm gonna-
second!
No, you're not here. I'm going to drag the bodies somewhere that isn't super obvious. Just try and get them either in a oxygen cupboard, maintenance hatch, hide them somewhere. As many as I can.
The recently flaming corpses into an oxygen cupboard.
I am smart.
That won't arouse any suspicion.
This is a lie.
You sort of
Locker,
spread the burnt corpses out in various places that you can. You find like a half-open sewage hatch that smells rather ripe and shove one in there.
Perfect. Do if I can.
You
But-
find a weird like gap between two pipes that looks like it goes down even deeper, and so shove one there, and so you hear it fall and make a splash, a sploosh
Mhm.
after like 5 seconds. Yeah, you find various places to hide these bodies.
God, I love the maintenance tunnels. Either way, I've got to make my way back up. I'll start climbing. How long is it going to take me to climb up this ladder?
If you're going to climb all the way back up to the precinct, you're going. Oh, not the precinct.
The priest sank.
Yeah, the chapter house.
That's it.
It'd probably take you at least an hour. However, you do think that this goes right through Hush, so you could just get out in the market if you wanted to.
Yeah, that was my plan. Get into Hush, grab another beer, head back up.
Okay.
Okay,
So there's going to be like 60 minutes before Bagman gets back.
okay, Joren's plan is okay. So first of all, he's going to fill out a form requesting new priests be dispatched to this chapter house.
Okay.
And a new confessor. He's just going to leave the fields of why and who's requesting them blank.
Yeah.
And just basically set it to be sent to the main house by like normal courier service.
Okay.
Then he's going to tell Russel to get Kleber and Bagman, collect them, have them leave via the bottom exit, and meet him back at Hush. The Hush Tavern.
Okay.
All right.
The Adamir's Demise is the name of the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I pass that message along to.
And to go with them, basically, like take them and go, please.
Oh, like don't go out the front door. Okay.
Yeah, go out the back.
All right.
And
I
he's
go down
gonna
the back.
collect- Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I start heading down. I go to Kleber and I'm just like, what? I look around. Where's Bagman?
I point.
All right. Let's
Your
see.
turn.
All right. All right.
I clap you on the shoulder and go out the back door.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
I say. Then I follow Russell. I follow Russell. I mean, not Russell. I am Russell. I follow Kleber.
No. Your turn to deal with the crazy man.
I was ordered to follow to yell that to grab you two and go.
Yes,
go.
so go grab the crazy man.
I was. Listen, I'm injured, so I need medical help.
Yes.
I'm not doing that. I don't try. All right. Anyway,
He also has a bum leg. It's been shredded by a shotgun.
Yeah, I can't do stairs, so can't do stairs. Can't do ladders. So
Can't
I
do
just
a
continue on.
130-meter long ladder.
No.
Weak.
Anyway, I just continue going on. It's just like I find I go over to the edge of the stairs. I'm like, "Oi, Senior Bagman."
Receive no reply.
I know. You know where to meet us. And I just turn around.
You hear
and
the
I just,
faint sound of a fire alarm down there.
I like to ignore that. I just go.
That's not an unusual sound to hear in a hive, to be fair.
Yeah. I just decide to. I hear that. I say, "Oh, what is my duty of care?" I don't care anymore. I mean, I don't care. I just go, you know where to meet us, and I just follow.
Upsides, he can kill things. Downsides, I tried to
just
kill
go,
him.
I just go, crazy man, dealt with, and I just continue. I just keep walking towards the I just continue on going to the pub.
Bagman's gonna get back up to the sanctum and be like, "What the fuck is everybody?"
I mean, time-wise, we might just meet while you're going for your drink.
It's a chance if I'm like gonna show up in an elevator and be like, "Ah."
Yeah, actually. Do you go to, the usual place to get your drink?
Yeah, I'll get a switch back at the usual place.
Yeah, okay, then you'd run into them there.
Cool.
Okay.
It's like, there's
You're-
blood outside the front door.
Think before that. Basically, I'm collecting all of the paperwork. Like all of like. I'm
Yes.
trying to find a sack and like literally take every scrap of paperwork I can.
Yeah.
if I have to prioritize, basically all the stuff in the back room and the personnel rosters.
You are quite capable of carrying a shit ton of paperwork with you.
Yep. All right. I've got my Christmas sack, my loot sack full of paperwork. I'm just gonna walk out the front door and find the lieutenant.
You know it's Christmas for you.
Yeah.
The lieutenant's there scratching his head. It's like there's a growing crowd of onlookers and homeless people carrying wooden bowls for soup. Probably not wooden bowls, probably like metal tins, trash can lids, that sort of thing.
Like handing out pieces of like bulkhead or whatever. Wall material.
The general
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yep. If I'm gonna just basically see if I can go use his Vox again.
Hey,
And if I can
you don't think he would stop me?
Yeah. If I can I send like text messages on the Vox, or does it have to be voice? It's not actually a radio. We just treat it like a radio.
Do you record a voicemail?
I mean, you can do if you're doing this like because there is, if you're doing through the ham radio, you can do email. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a whole thing that you can do.
Yeah,
Again,
basically,
it's not actually
you
radio.
can if the person on the other end has the capability to pick up that sort of thing.
Which is where, if you were on Vox Terminal, that would probably be one of the.
Oh, okay. I'll probably. I think I'll just probably call the interrogator again then.
You tune into the Vox frequency, send out a few pulses. Hello?
Situation resolved, awaiting further orders. Further assignment, rather. That's what I'd say.
Confirmed. The interrogator will meet you at Theodomir's demise in section QU-137 in 2 hours. And the Vox terminal goes dead.
I'm gonna go out find the lieutenant. Your assistance with this situation has been noted with favor. You may return to your precinct. Like kind of quietly. I'm not gonna like announce this to the whole area.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna start walking back.
By the time you get back, Bagman, Russel, and Kleber will be back in the tavern.
I'm taking a stop off at my office to drop off everything.
Okay.
And
Actually, not everything. I'm gonna keep like a few pieces of key evidence, like the account books that show the trading, a couple of the Lex Imperialis with hidden compartments, and the personnel rosters.
Okay. I'm actually going back to Russel and Kleber. As you get off the vertical liftway, into the Hush Market, a sort of short, fat man, older, wearing a monocle and some sort of crumpled noble clothing, being accompanied by a tall, skinny man with carapace armor, sort of a medium height woman with sort of nicer clothing, approaches you. Excuse me, you look like someone who is familiar with this section of the hive. Hello?
I raise an eyebrow.
I am Lord Lucas Dorfbacher. I am, something of an adventurer, and I am, have been hired to perform a survey of this here hive and its, the mysteries and histories of it. I am looking for a place, a tavern called Vadamore's Demise. Demise. Would you happen to know where that is?
Might be able to remember.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
of course. This sort of hive is a very monetary sort of place.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. My mic was muted. I go, yeah, it's, I give, yeah, it's like, yeah, some metallic
Nedre, bring me my coin purse.
thing.
The woman who sort of looks like she's carrying a heavy backpack full of papers and various things comes up and begins digging through various pouches until she pulls out a quite large coin purse and hands it over. Now, what would be customary for such information? Oh, I am so bad with local currencies. Would this do? And he holds out a handful of crowns.
That'll do.
Yeah, yeah. I'm guessing we split it between the two of us, or is it,
I would just put it in my own purse for the time being.
okay.
That would be
He has handed over 40 crowns.
Is this how Chris is gonna pay
Alright.
us after each mission? Just some random guy's gonna show up and have this stuff?
He's more sensible than Ozen is with money, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Now then, where is this tavern? I hear it has quite an interesting history to it.
Well, what have you heard?
Well, I hear that it is constructed on the very spot where Lord Theodomir was executed for his refusal to pay taxes.
And now we know why Joren frequents the bar.
Let's see. Would this fall under Hive Life for lore?
Yes, it would. Probably plus 10. Yes, you actually very much know the story. Perhaps you've
It's a
hung
Christmas
out
fest.
in the pub too long. But basically, Hive Quintus has another name, Theodomir's Hope. Essentially, Lord Theodomir, sometime in M39, maybe as long ago as M38, exact dates get sort of swollen around in the Underhive, stopped paying taxes to the Imperium, and started amassing a huge personal wealth. When he realized the Imperium was onto him, he decided to make a massive hive with a great spaceport, thinking if it looked like he spent all of his personal wealth on improving his planet so it could pay more taxes, they would let him go. To an extent, he was right. They didn't execute his children, they just executed him. On a platform on the edge of the under-construction hive. This was before the Great Scourge, and at that time, an open-air execution would have been quite a powerful proposition. The attendance was said to be well over 50,000 people.
Might have been. God, I hope I'm executed like that one day. Hundreds of thousands. Looking at me.
You also know that in the tavern, there's a rusty guillotine blade that is claimed to be the exact one that killed him.
About how long will it take us to get there from where we're at?
Probably about 15 minutes.
It's not just literally you point over your shoulder. Yeah, it's right there. A big flashing sign that says. Yeah,
We
no,
have the guillotine!
Yeah, I would be leading him, and
regaling him with the tale on the way.
Oh, you're doing it wrong. You have to give him like a little bit of it and then ask for money, and then a little bit more, then ask for more money.
Gave him 40 francs, although he doesn't.
Yeah, but he's a noble. He doesn't know what money is.
He just knows that if it's more than his friend, then he's doing okay.
Sort of as you go along, the tall, skinny guy who you suspect is his bodyguard sort of just rolls his eyes at your explanation. Just sort of has sort of not really a glower look, just sort of a bored look on his face as he guides this noble through the market.
I will look at him out of the corner of my eye and shrug at him.
How many muggings does the bodyguard interrupt?
His very presence is quite intimidating. He is carrying. You can't quite tell what it is, but it's definitely some sort of shrouded weapon on his back. Something chunky and heavy looking, and it looks like he has a bolt pistol, or maybe just a hand cannon, hard to tell again, on his hip.
Can I just take a moment to bitch and moan about the fact that bolt pistols and bolters use the same ammo? Like, literally exactly the same ammo, it's interchangeable.
So do las pistols and las guns.
Yeah, but that makes sense, it's a battery.
I thought bolt pistols were just a cut down, less range, less accurate, smaller magazine version, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it makes sense.
But, like, you would
P90.
pistol caliber ammo
P90
exists for a reason.
And the 5.7.
But, yeah.
It exists.
I know, and the P90 and the 5.7 are both stupid. Well, they're really cool, but they're stupid.
Tell me something in 40k that makes sense. That isn't
Anyway.
guard based. Oh yeah.
On the other hand, the woman who's carrying all these backpacks and scrolls and stuff is using an auto quill to quickly take down notes on everything that she is saying. Kleber. Eventually, you arrive at the tavern. Oh, thank you very much, my good sir. Can I perhaps buy you and your compatriot a drink?
That might entice me to remember a few more stories.
This is always good to get the tongues loosened. Don't tell anyone, but the best way to get the good information at a gathering of nobles is to provide extra strong amasec.
What's Amasec? Alright.
I figure Kleber has heard of and maybe even seen an Amasec bottle, since he was in the manufactorums for a while. And, the manufactorum overseers and such, well, they need to splurge every now and again.
Yeah,
Whether or not it was actually Amasec in said bottles.
Yeah, the Imperial cult overseers who basically were the shift managers to commune between the Mechanicus and the general human workforce were known to have a bottle of Amasec from time to time.
Bottle. Not much in it, though. They'd have the bottle, though.
12 ounce, 6 ounce. Depends. Either way, by the time Kleber gets to the bar, I imagine Bagman is face down on the bar, helmet off, in shambles.
He
Surrounded by
also has a bit of a distinct smell to him.
How long is it before Joren gets there?
Probably another 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I haven't caught your name, Mr.
Neuhauser.
Mr. Neuhauser, yes. Barkeep! A drink for my friend.
We'll be back in a minute.
Basically, he continues to listen with great interest to your tales. His assistant writing everything down. As the bodyguard just sort of stares glumly at you. Actually, I think that we're going to take a break right now.
Okay.
Haha, blood loss.
Welcome back to our listeners and viewers. I guess this isn't actually a podcast. You could probably do it like a podcast. I'll open the floor now so other people will talk.
Yeah, we'll make this as an MP4. It'll be great. MP3? MP4? Ah, one of those two.
MP4 is a video.
Yeah.
You can
That's
still
another
listen to an
idea.
MP4 as if it's a podcast, so...
It's
Anyways,
just really larger. Yes. Where were we when we left off?
I believe that Joren was just getting back to the tavern as Kleber and Russel were... Well, Kleber, at the very least, was entertaining the noble who had recently arrived with tales about the history of the Hive, half remembered by Kleber. Actually, quite well remembered, in fact. He really paid attention in local history class during his school days at the Manufactorum? Question mark? He had a really good real...
Bagman, again, head down, continuing to bleed out.
Yeah.
He's making idle apologies to the barman who isn't listening.
I think. Okay, so is Joren just arriving?
Yeah, Joren, you are arriving now.
Alright, he's gonna walk in, look around, clock the bodyguard, and start walking towards him.
You walk straight towards this bodyguard and clear his armor.
Mm-hmm. Did he react at all? Or
He sort of shuffles and sort of stands more upright as you get closer to him.
You can, if you okay, depending how perceptive he is, he could probably see this. I'm wearing carapace. Because I think there's some like burnt splotches in my.
You will go ahead and roll an awareness check. Yeah, he completely clocks everything about you.
Including probably my weapon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Weapons plural. Oh yeah, making just a straight beeline towards him.
He looks slightly confused because you're in Administratum robes, but you're quite heavily armored. His hand sort of goes for his pistol for a second, then sort of loosens up, and he sort of raises an eyebrow at you.
As soon as I get close to him, I didn't check you through the gates. I'm gonna need to see your paperwork.
Every time.
You were unknown in this area. Yeah.
I turned over my paperwork to the customs people at the spaceport.
This is a separate region to the spaceport. I'm going to need to see your paperwork.
God.
Do you actually have any judicial authority to do this, or are you just doing it for the hell of it?
He has been given authority over the paperwork of this specific district. And he is taking that job very seriously.
I understand, alrighty. Fucking hell.
God, Emperor Feth the bureaucracy. Okay. Um. He pulls out a series of paperwork and IDs, travel passes, weapon passes. You know, the whole shebang.
Perfect.
All
Joren is
neatly
sitting down.
organized as an ex-member of the Imperial Guard would often organize them on campaign.
Yep. I'm sitting down at like the nearest table. If there's someone there, I might be just like glaring at them and like trying to shoo them away so I can use the table.
Yeah, the people in this sector know well enough to get out of your way when you have paperwork.
Yeah. Perfect. Yep. And I'm going through the paperwork.
His name is Neron Griffin. He was born on Cadia and served in the Imperial Guard from the age of 9 to the age of 32. Then he was hired by a rogue trader for a while, it looks like, before becoming a member of the armed guards for some minor noble house in some faraway world, which seems to be the noble house that produced the specimen of a man that is now talking to Kleber.
Good, good, good.
You do notice that he is wearing standard Cadian fatigues under his Tempestus Carapace armor.
Interesting.
So
What year is this happening, by the way? Like, I don't remember. Like, is this campaign happening?
It's sometime probably around M41 that like 900 at the latest, like
Okay.
M41 800 to M41 900.
Cool.
Before everything started to go sideways.
Yeah, you know, like I don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah. No, makes sense. Perfect.
Yeah, the time frame in 40K is, yeah, in specific.
Well, after about M4199.
M41 999, and then there isn't a time frame because everyone's on local time now.
Yep. Yeah, basically.
Or it's so inspecific. Yeah, no, 1 year is like a drop in the bat.
It's almost like
Yeah,
it takes
anyway.
place over 10,000 years, which is longer than all of human civilization.
Yeah,
By like 1,000 years.
yeah. Anyway,
Perfect.
Anyways. What do you do with this information, Joren?
I just make sure it's all correct.
It is meticulously correct.
Perfect. That's all I needed to know.
Your appearance has been noted.
Well, in probably about an hour and a half now, you have an appointment with the interrogator. Is there anything anyone wants to do before that?
Stop bleeding.
yeah, get healed.
The medic of yours is still very contently talking to this noble that just showed up.
I'll do it myself then. What do I need to do to make a Medicae check? Medicae, intelligence, agility, or perception?
I believe this
I-
would be Medicae intelligence. Although I think there's a special rule for healing critical damage.
There is. It's in training and relaxation.
Well, I would imagine this is around the time I'm getting a hold of said med kit.
Maybe. I thought you were talking with the noble die. So.
Well, either way, Bagman is going into the back with a bottle of vodka. Amasek, sorry. So he's trying to make his way into Keebler's shop regardless of whether it's locked or not.
It's locked.
The door will not stop me. Chimp mode engaged.
There's just gonna be a wanted to say O's in there for a second. A Bagman shaped hole in the door.
Possibly. The
So
door
your
handle is gonna
two
be the first door.
options are security agility to try to pick the lock, or athletics strength to just try
Bagman
to tear it open.
is very drunk.
Okay,
He's
so
gonna try it.
intelligence-based attacks are at -10. So okay.
That's a bird, chimp. Rawr. Athletics, strength. Go. Modifiers.
-20.
It's a challenging check because it's like a padlock, so maybe you can brute force it off.
Let me in. He's not gonna stop. He's
Yeah,
gonna keep
it's
trying.
a very Eric Andre style, just sort of grabbing the door. Let me in. But yeah, no, it's like it's a plasteel hablock door. Like the enforcers need hydraulic rams to break through these things.
Start kicking it.
Kleber, you hear a commotion from the direction of your medical practice.
Hear a chainsaw.
Pardon me a moment.
What is the scene I see back there?
You see, Bagman fumbling around the ignition cord for his chainsaw. Fucking thing won't start when I need. He also has a bottle of vodka, which has fallen onto its side by the door. He appears to be trying to reacquire his center of mass.
Kleber will be grabbing said bottle of vodka,
Aesthetic.
thrusting it back at your chest, waiting for you to grab it, and then opening the door.
I notice
I'm gonna say to the door.
I
wasn't
notice
so hard, was it?
I notice Kleber head back that way, and I go with him.
Nosy.
And I just let Kleber do his thing.
Not welcome. Shut the door in his face. The damn handle. Bad. Yeah. If I can shut the door in the face of Russell, I will be doing so.
It's not really. You can try, but it's sort of like a slide door. So,
I'm not trying to like stop to help Kleber. I'm just trying to get healed too.
You're just in line behind Kleber as he tries to get into his shop.
Yes.
Joren's gonna collect his paperwork and follow them eventually.
Bagman's not being convenient.
So as Kleber starts dealing with the injuries, how is Bagman reacting to this?
On the table, rambling about something to do with local hive debt rates, the application of promethium in barrels rather than in wax casks. He's also bringing up the fact that he has a sister, and probably something else. Manages to omit every single identifiable detail.
But is not fighting back.
Yes. Not fighting back, inconvenient.
Okay, so are you gonna try and do extended care, or do you want to just do first aid for this day and then start extended care tomorrow?
Probably first aid and then extended care, just based on the other two having fairly severe injuries.
Okay. So I'm in the page for Medicaid.
What's page?
So 110 of the PDF. Basically, I'm going to give you the med kit. That's why I'm coming over.
Because by the way, because I am at I have max wounds and 1 point to critical damage. So I'm at -1 wounds.
You have 1 point of critical is the important piece.
Yeah.
And how much do you have, James? Critical?
2.
2?
Yep.
Okay, so Dolan's rolling at flat, and James is rolling at -10. Rather, Kleber will be rolling at those modifiers for each
I
of
have
them.
faith in you.
Mm-hmm.
You ever find it weird that bees produce honey in honeycombs? They're like hexagons, but smaller.
What are bees?
I don't know. Hey, what's this about cereal?
So,
Because there's honeycomb cereal.
he's a little delirious.
Question I always wonder sometimes is how much is James role playing and how much is this just James?
It's a good question. Ask my co-workers.
Alright, yeah, so Griff.
Okay. I'm taking down page number quick.
Looks like page 109 is going to be the healing checks for Medicaid skill.
Yep. I was checking my Kyurgen stuff for it. So
And once they even told me that if you put it under high pressure for long enough, you can turn coal into diamonds. Now that I didn't.
so it was -10 for
Bagman.
Bagman, +10 for medkit, so flat.
No, that was with medkit bonus.
-10 with the bonus already.
Yeah.
And then for me,
He's
it's
at
flat.
-20 +10 for medkit.
Okay.
And then for Russell, it's flat. It sounds like.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your intelligence bonus?
4.
Okay, so that's 4 points of healing for Bagman.
I am no longer dying. I take that out of critical.
Logical evidence indicates that Ireland is a much different place.
And then take it out
Oof.
of my wounds as well.
So that's
Come on!
9 of healing.
9 for me.
That seems really powerful, like compared to extended care.
So, I'm actually at.
You get 1.
So I get out of the critical and I heal 8 more.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3. There we go.
All right. Did you need healing?
No.
Any negatives for healing myself versus others?
Operator, we need a bone saw. Guess I'll just have to use the chainsaw then. Don't worry, I'll be your doctor for this evening. Keebler, you're in good hands.
I subtly pass a vial of one of my vials of Obscura over to Kleber. I'm like, if he starts getting comfortable, bribe him with this.
You know, we should
Listen to him.
use
He's
the
done.
Obscura
It didn't
as
work last time.
anesthesia.
What?
I believe each of the vials is 2 doses.
Yes.
Oh, so I only have 2 doses. All right, so I hand over my vial of Amnesec. Vial of Obscura.
I'm going to try to heal myself. And I'm going to burn a fate to not screw that up.
Ooh.
You know, I just realized one more thing we need to do. We should.
So that would be a fate reroll.
Roll bonus. In addition to normal uses of fate, when a Kyurgen character fails a test
Oh,
to
a
survive
Kyurgen.
first aid, can
Kyurgen
spend
bonus.
fate to automatically
Kyurgen?
succeed with degrees of success equal to int bonus.
Huh?
So that will be passing with 4 degrees of success. So that would be 8 total, I believe,
Wow.
which clears all my wounds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There you go.
Granted, for me, I believe it was mainly just a bunch of burn cream.
Slavering it on.
It puts
It's
the
the one you
lotion on
somehow
its
almost
skin.
messed up, not the like severe damage to limbs.
He almost grabbed just like suntan lotion instead of regular burn cream.
You just grabbed Nair instead of burn cream.
Oh. That would be a critical failure.
Yeah, I would imagine that would take up most of our time until the interrogator got here.
In fact, just as you're finishing up bandaging yourself, Kleber, there is a knock on the door to your infirmary.
Hey, it's my most favorite person in the entire planet. At least I think so. I'm not answering that door.
I'm still bandaging.
I'm still dying.
Joren's gonna go answer it. So.
Hey! Yay.
It is the interrogator.
Color me surprised.
Shit. I've got to check my box for that one. It's a rare color. It comes in a shiny foil.
So, after you open the door, she steps in and closes the door behind her.
Does she have any injuries on her?
You notice a slight sort of bullet graze across her scalp.
Don't mind me. I'll be in the corner, covered in bandages and gauze.
Report.
Incident site investigated and investigation conducted. All signs indicated confessor. Adam lost his name. Brunt as primary authority figure in regards to the conspiracy to kill Brother Biyaka for his threat to expose a obscure dealing ring being conducted by the priests of the local chapter house. All priests that were involved in this scheme have been dealt with, and the members responsible purged.
Troubling.
Anything else we should be thinking about in returns to this, I suppose you would call it a case? Or is it really that just done and dusted?
It's concerning that a member of a holy order would turn to such a life and even take the life of another holy man, but
Well,
perhaps
the confessor started on that route. From what I could garner from his posturing, he figured it was in some kind of divine right, yes, for the Emperor, all that. Didn't even really think about what he was doing. Oh, on a large scale of things. And, well, when one thing comes to another, and someone becomes a problem to the thing that he had set up, it's likely that the easy solution for him was to trim the fat, as I imagine he would call it. Generally how things go. Starts off simple, no issues, just a little bit of extra finance for good reasons. Step 2, you're killing people because they don't agree with you. It's just how that sort of thing goes when it comes to that sort of life. But, just my 2 cents. Although I couldn't exactly understand much of what you're saying between the revving of chainsaws.
well, perhaps a closer eye needs to be kept on this hive.
Hmm. An interesting proposition.
You have proven yourselves loyal to the Emperor and effective. You are now officially acolytes of his Emperor's Inquisition. You will be designated as Warband 7 Theta.
Bagman has the biggest grin on his face. I've always wanted a promotion like this.
You'll all
I
be
humbly accept.
equipped with inquisitorial sigils, and you, Joren, will be equipped with an inquisitorial signet, which includes the encrypted codes to be able to send astropathic messages and stuff back to myself if I am off-world. When I am off-world.
It is a pleasure to serve the Imperium.
I'm sorry, what'd you say it was called? We're going to be getting Inquisitorial, not Rosettes, but what was the other one?
One signet,
Insignia?
and the rest of them are getting inquisitorial sigils.
Sigils. Okay, so is that an item or is that a?
That's an item. It's an identifying mark of the Inquisition, but it's not like a signet where it actually has stuff in it. And there's something between a signet and a rosette where it's like it has like there's basically an item that exists in lore that doesn't exist in Dark Heresy, where it's basically an auto hacker module that Inquisitors can just carry around and they can plug it into any computer and it just unlocks it.
Yeah.
Is it like the what is it? The multi key?
Yeah, it's
So, like, for
basically the
computers?
multi-key is supposed to be like there's supposed to be a multi-key for electronic locks that's just made by the Inquisition.
And so
And really
are-
only like Inquisitors have it.
So that's like in the rosette, and then the signet is the like includes
Like encrypted
the
codes and stuff.
encrypted com codes and the astropathic authorization,
Yeah.
and then the insignia are just like they have the yes, we are actually members of the Inquisition codes in it, but nothing else, right? Or they just literally just are like a picture of the inquisitorial eye.
Yeah, the inquisitorial sigils are just the inquisitorial eye. The signet is an inquisitorial eye which has the encrypted codes in it. And then,
Okay.
yeah.
It's a much different game response to your
I mean, I could see the sigils having basically like an RFID tag where you could scan it and get, yes, this is real.
That would be very nice. However,
This is the
I don't think
Imperium.
those
That
people-
doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's if you have this and you're not supposed to, they will just kill you and your entire family.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
And probably-
everyone who's ever met you, probably. Besides the Inquisitor who found out about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't live in that hive.
Yes, it's
I mean,
like,
they wouldn't purge the hive more than they necessarily have to because drops in production look bad.
Mhm.
They wouldn't
It's like-
necessarily do an Inquisition or not Inquisition, Exterminatus, but they do.
Exterminatus are very rare. Remember?
Yeah, they just do a small purge.
Well, by real world standards, they're extremely common. By Imperium standards, they are exceedingly rare.
Worlds are expensive, and even the Inquisition doesn't have an unlimited budget.
What is it? I think declaring Exterminatus on a world that didn't need it is like minus 50 influence in this game.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Is it minus 30? I don't remember. It's like something that's like bad, but not like. It's shockingly not as bad as it really
Well,
should be.
How many planets did that one Mad Inquisitor burn before he got in trouble for it?
What, Cryptman?
Yeah, Griffin.
I don't know.
It was a lot though, and that's where he got.
He
screwed.
had a justification for it, which
Yeah.
was his only saving grace.
Yeah, that's like,
Um,
he was like, I'm going to stop the Tyranids. And it kind of worked. Like, so
Yeah.
that's like,
Oh.
it wasn't like he was just like, there was a single Tyranid on this planet, Exterminatus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Careful, Chris. You're justifying some really bad actions there.
Yeah. Anyway, it's we talked to
Well, that's
here,
the thing. By the Imperium scale of things, it's almost justifiable in the logic of the Imperium. But it sort of shows a lot about the Imperium that killing untold billions of people is almost justifiable. And that's like the point of the setting, is that humanity has fallen so far.
Yeah.
Chris, if you ever want to do like a low-level Dark Heresy campaign, can I recommend instead of doing character creation, just make people pick reinforcement characters of troop level?
That was very
Yeah.
good.
Anyway, back to the
Congratulations.
session.
You see an orc, you die.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Interrogator. I've always wanted a promotion.
It is an
Now,
honor.
is this
and a
hourly or
pleasure.
salary?
Yeah, what Joren said.
Is there a sign-on bonus?
Your sign-on bonus is cancellation of all back taxes owed to the Imperium. And he looks very heavily at you, Russell. She looks very heavily at you, Russell.
Why?
Bounty hunting.
I pay my taxes. I've paid every little bit of tax that I have. I catch people who don't pay their taxes.
Very fair.
Anyway.
Oh my god. It's only 5 influence if you declare an exterminatus on a world without proper cause.
What?
Do you have to be an Inquisitor, though?
You have to be an
But
Inquisitor,
also-
so you have to be at 75.
To gain 5 influence, you have to saving a subsector capital world from certain destruction. That gets you 5.
Yeah, because an Inquisitor could never do something without justification. They are the word and will of the Emperor. After all, that hive must have had to go. The world, rather.
Well, hey, no.
Losing.
You saved the planet from the destruction you were going to cause.
Yes.
So now what
Actually, how
happens
it works.
is we all become
Logic
Inquisitors.
agility.
All right. Anyway, before we justify some horrible things, um, uh,
Mhm.
I acknowledge the sigil and for the responsibility, and
Well,
just kind of like take a step back and.
Well, interrogator, at least let us treat you to a couple of drinks on the house. I imagine you've had a very busy day, as have we, and I'd like to kick back, relax in a booth with a switch back to my name, while you brief us on whatever it is we need to do next.
It looks like you've already had enough to drink.
Oh. Well, fine.
But there is another mission that will be coming up for you. That was a discrepancy discovered in my other investigation.
You serve at the pleasure.
In the nearby spaceport that filters into the Hive City through this section, there is an Imperial Guard recruitment, training, and off-world shipping center. They happen to be missing some rather important equipment. This equipment, if falling into the wrong hands, could be quite dangerous. We need you to find the source of this error and rectify it.
Understood.
Simple, a lot of poking around, a lot of unknowns, maybe, I don't know. Oh, is there anyone that we know of who, quartermaster perhaps, or foreman of the docks? Someone we can get started with.
The the quartermaster of the guard facility is Casimir Zangerman.
Let's start our investigation there.
What was the name again?
But-
Sorry.
Casimir Zangerman, she said, important stuff has gone missing from their roster.
Looks at
What?
Bagman.
I mean, shit goes missing all the
Um,
time. You know, the Administratum and the Miniaturum specifically. Like,
Joren
what is it they
bristles at
lost?
this.
Bagman doesn't even acknowledge your presence. It's a little bit.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
sideline.
Is this an everyone looks at Bagman?
I don't know. Do you?
I mean, I'm looking at Bagman.
Bagman's taking notes in goddamn charcoal. You can't read them. Yeah, point stands. They lost something. Said thing. Dangerous, hazardous, explosive, potentially flammable, mechanized, heavy, small. It could be a person.
Do we know
Purposes.
what this item is that has gone missing?
Yeah, that's the point I was getting around to.
Well, we have not been able to suss out a comprehensive list, but so far we have determined that 2 Lehman Russ battle tanks, 1 Valkyrie transport, or gunship in fact, and 2 plasma cannons have gone missing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We we will get right on this.
Yeah. In a hive?
I'm sorry, what was that? I kind of
They lost 2 Lehman Russes.
Oh!
They stole 2 tanks, a gunship, and plasma cannons. Lost? Someone's gonna go on a goddamn killdozer rampage with lower levels of the hive.
Yeah.
Or they chipped them off world quickly.
So wait, so what you're saying is they lost a Lehman Russ.
They lost 2.
A Valkyrie,
And a Valkyrie gunship.
equipped
And
with
2 plasma
Hellfire
cannons.
missiles, and I imagine, I don't know if they're handhelds or deployable, but still, fuck. I hope whoever stole these things doesn't still have them. Otherwise, we're gonna have some issues.
Yeah.
Well, let me get on that.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
We'll find Casimir. Is he still down by the spaceport, or is he somewhere else?
We probably be operating out of the base down by the spaceport.
Yeah, probably.
Do you have any further information of which is pertinent to this case?
I can tell you that whatever the issue is, it is not of the upper hive, based on our investigations. More pressing matters are calling, however, hence why it is shifted to your responsibility.
Of course.
He's gone and done it now. There aren't all that many people I would know that are stupid enough or competent enough to actually pull off something like this.
I mean, it's assuming that it's a like local issue. There's a possibility this is an off-world problem.
I certainly know those who are stupid enough, but those who are smart enough and competent enough, that's a different question entirely. Anyone with foreign interest can do so. But she did say it wasn't Upper Hive.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's not an off-world issue.
Are you Upper Hive, Bagman? Never mind. I know the answer to that.
I'm smiling. You can't see it, but I'm smiling. You know where I'm from. Anyway, yeah. Well, I can take my guesses, but there's really no point until we get a look at what's done, how they did it, where it came from. Did they use bikes? Did they use this? Did they use that? Did they just banish them? Those are the questions for Casimir.
Yeah.
Well, I'm feeling right as rain. That's a lie.
Okay, so... Alright, is she still here or is she leaving now?
You can probably ask a few more questions, but it seems like she is not going to be here much longer.
I don't have any more to ask, so...
Yeah, nothing comes to mind for me as well.
I have one question. Over the Vox a little while back, happened to hear a little bit of gunfire going on.
No, you didn't.
I heard rumours of gunfire going on. Well, I noticed that scar on your face. What is it? What? Out of curiosity, professional. Where were you during all this?
That actually causes an uncharacteristic smirk from her. let's just say that House Berksert has a few fewer members on my leaving of the Hive.
Let's
Isn't
just
that
say.
the house that the governor's a part of?
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, interesting.
I think at this point we all just go, mental note, do not piss off this Inquisitor.
Oh,
You had to make a note of that?
Cackles openly. Like, this is fucking funny.
Yeah, no, there is always a note of it, but this is like in a special note, like, yeah, let's at least be on neutral term, the friendly, if not neutral terms we're on right now.
Alright.
Oh my god.
That's all I've got from me. I wish you
Okay.
best of luck in your travels. You know where to find us.
Just one of the dumbest things.
And if
in
there
the
is
jar.
anything that bastard P Bagman can do for you, do not hesitate to ask.
She sort of
Other
looks like
than-
she's about to say something along the lines of, I literally just conscripted you into the Inquisition, just shakes her head and leaves.
Ah.
Okay.
Before I go, you should know that I will be off-world soon. You'll have to contact me through the astropathic choir.
Understood.
It does.
Do you want to take a break, or do you want to?
It
Jump
is
into the
up
next
to you.
I don't know. I'm figuring out how much I'm pushing here. Like, are we gonna go on? Are we gonna stop? Are we gonna think about it?
I mean, I'm kind of pushing too at this point because
Well,
I've been waking up at 6 a.m.
fair. Well, then I think we can probably begin calling this a night.
Yeah, I think this is a good point to wrap up too.
It was a wrap-up session. It needed to happen.
You have the start of your next mystery to mull over.
Will do.
And thank you very much to our viewers for tuning in.
Mm-hmm. Particularly that first guy. I've got my eye on you. I love you, champ. The best out there. Cheering you on. Thank you very much.
I've been Chris, aka Allegedly Nerdy, your game master.
I have
Did
been
you call yourself the
James.
Inquisitor?
Bastard P. Bagman. Esquire. One and only.
I've been Adam playing Joren.
I've been Dolan playing Russell.
I've been Griffin playing Kleber.
Thank you very much for tuning in.